All right, I wanted to talk about traveling with watches and travel watches. I think now's a good time now that everything's kind of opening back up and people are starting to go out a little bit more. Um, I'm going to show you guys what my setup is when I travel. These are the two watches I take. We'll kind of review them really quickly, although it's not a full review on each watch. Um, I've often heard people say that the best travel watch is always the Rolex GMT. I do not own one, but if I did own one, I don't think I would take it with me to travel. I usually travel abroad, internationally, and when stepping into the unknown or a new place, I don't want a highly recognizable and highly valuable watch on my wrist. I think you're just kind of setting yourself up to be a target when stepping into the unknown. So this is what I usually take. Um, we'll go over each watch, and then I want to see what you guys use when you guys travel. I want to see your recommendations, so please leave that in the comments. And I'll show you the first watch here is a trusty GShock. Usually people would think that the square would be the best travel watch. I like this, and I'll show you guys why in a minute due to its functions. But I take this with me because this is very low key. As you can see, it's a rubber strap, resin case as well. So very low key. I usually take this when going to the local spots, or out to the beach when I'm traveling, just because this doesn't draw any attention at all. People think of it as a cheap plastic watch, so no attention whatsoever is drawn to yourself, and it's robust, as we know as watch people, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet, banging it up. So this is a great companion when going on a trip. This has a day and date on the bottom. Also has the your home time here, so this would match up with your hands, which is a great feature to have, because when it gets dark and the loom goes out, you can still press this button here and it lights up at the bottom, so you always have the time available. It has an alarm function. Alarm is currently off. It has a stopwatch, so your chronograph, and it has a dual time. So this is why I choose this watch a lot over the GShock Square. This is still a manageable size. It's fairly cheap, around I think 75 bucks, somewhere around there. 60 bucks you can find them sometimes. So and with that dual time function there, when you're traveling, you can set that to your destination time, and you don't have to mess with your hands there. You can always leave that at the bottom, and you can always leave this one there as your home time, so you can know what time you're calling your folks back at home, stuff like that. So this is a great watch. This actually has been to a few different countries with me, and this has seen a lot of abuse and a lot of wear. I've actually owned this watch for I think about 6 or 7 years. Never had to change the battery on it. As you can see, all the printing is still good. That hasn't changed. It hasn't discolorated. Hasn't changed any color on there. So just great, well built watch. It's really dirty, but great overall watch. And like I said, I haven't changed the battery, so it's been a while, 6 or 7 years. So good job, Casio. I'll show you guys the lume at the end if you guys stick to the end. It's not very bright on the indices or hands, but like I said, it's good thing that you have the light on the digital display there at the bottom. And what's great about this one too, I know that the Casio has a small digital display kind of to the side. This is actually big enough where you can actually see everything pretty well. It's big enough, and it's legible enough to kind of see almost at any brightness, which is a very good thing to have. When it's dark outside, you can still press that little light and it'll glow like a torch, so you can see everything. This is my first watch, like I said, low key, great travel watch. Next thing I take is usually a diver on a bracelet. So I take a diver on a bracelet, and I take an automatic watch with me just because I am a watch enthusiast. I'm a nerd about my watches, so I want to take an automatic on a trip, and it's usually a diver on a bracelet because I know that these are more robust than, let's say, a regular dress watch. And I take it on a bracelet because I want to maybe sometimes dress up a little bit more. So this won't look out of pocket. This will blend right in, but yet it's still enough to, if I take it to the beach, it's still gonna hold up. So this is a great one. This just happens to be the Helson Shark Diver 38 on the stainless steel. This is my daily watch. So, and the reason why I would take this one on vacation also is because this holds no sentimental value to me. So if I lose it, if it gets damaged, I can replace it. This isn't a cheap watch. This is around 600 bucks. You can pick these up for $600. Luckily though, if push comes to shove, I can replace it. So not a bad watch for the price. Good specs. I'll show you guys what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist just for reference. The reason why I also take a diver with me on a trip is because I actually use the bezel here to track the second time zone. So I don't move my hands at all. I just kind of say, let's say I land right now and it's 12 o'clock midnight over there where I land. I just shoot that, it's 12 o'clock right now, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I just kind of use it as a poor man's GMT. And then that way I can still see what my home time is, and then I just go with the bezel. So that's why I take it. And like I said, I take it on the bracelet here, so when I want to go out with the missus or anything like that, dress a little bit more formal, or just look a little bit more, I guess dressy, I just wear this one. Like I said though, if I go out to the local spots or somewhere I really don't know how it's gonna pan out, I usually take the GShock. But this is a great watch to take as well, and I've owned this one for about half a year now, so hopefully I will take this on a trip soon. This one is kind of a newer addition to my collection. This one has been kind of everywhere, so I know for a fact this is a great travel watch. I've taken, the reason why I show you this is, this one, I think, I'll leave the exact reference number of this one in the description. I think this is a must-have on a trip. This is kind of just any diver with the bezel will do. So those are my suggestions. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys take. Last thing here is, usually if I travel, I only take 2 watches with me, and if I'm not wearing them on my wrist when on the airport, I can usually put them on this thing here, and I usually take them on my carry-on bag. This is the best case I've seen, and I've had. I know that some of them are fancier, leather bound with rivets and all this stuff, but this actually does the job. It's a lot cheaper than most of those, and I feel it actually treats the watches a little bit better. This is made out of some type of hard plastic with a cloth overlay on it. Has a zipper there, and you can get them for 3 watches, as you can see here. They make 1 to 2 watches, and they make a one watch case. So, and then as you go down, they get a little cheaper. These aren't expensive. I think they're around 35 to 40 bucks for the 3 watch one. You can find these on Amazon usually. And I'll show you here. You just open it up, unzip it, and it comes with padding on each side. And then depending on your watch, if it's smaller, you leave both of them in so it doesn't move around. Mine are a little bit bigger, on the bigger side, so I take one of them out so they can fit nicely in there and snug, and I leave one of them on. They don't bump into each other because of the spacing here. So it's just a great watch case, just enough to get the job done and not expensive at all. Very affordable. So great thing to have here. Just a little side note from the actual watches, because I know a lot of people get too much focus on the watches themselves, but the accessories are almost as important to take care of your watches. Let me know what you guys think. Let me show you guys the lume on these watches. I want to see your guys' opinion and your recommendations for travel watches. And also keep an eye out for the full review on both of these watches that I showed here. They should be coming soon. Charging both of them up right now just to kind of give you guys the lume shot. If you guys have been here for this long, stay to the end, might as well get a treat. Casio's not going to be such a lume monster like I said, but here we go. this is the Shark Diver 38, the Casio GShock, and then we'll press the button there so you can see the light at the bottom. There you go. So like I said, very legible. You can press and hold it for a little bit longer and it'll stay on. So just great watches. Catch you guys on the next one.